Hey guys, today I have a special DIY for you. I'm going to be using one of these wood trucks from the Dollar Tree. Now, usually they come with all the pieces on there, and this one did, but this is how it looked when I got it. So I took all the little pieces off, and I'm just going to reattach them the right way. And I'm going to use some wood glue and a little bit of hot glue so that it's more permanent, but I can keep going with the project here. And I always use Gorilla Glue. It's my favorite glue. I use their wood glue, their glue sticks, and those are the only glue sticks that I use because they really, really work well. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've been using it for a while, and I've never had any problems with stuff like coming apart that I don't want to come apart. But, if you need to pull things apart, it makes it possible. So, I really like Gorilla Glue. I can't speak highly enough about it. So once I was done with that, I lost some of the footage, but I did take a piece of foam board and I traced the wood piece onto the foam board because this was the only one that I found this year. And I thought that I had, or actually I know that I have some more around here, but I cannot find the ones that I bought last year. So I only found two, actually I found two this year, and I used one for a previous project. So I only had this one left and I needed two. So I just took this one, traced it over the foam board and cut it out, and it worked perfectly, and it's actually very sturdy. This foam board is versatile and it's so sturdy, and I use it for so many different things. But today's DIY is a collaboration with my good friend Kiki from Kiki DIYs, and she is amazing. If you haven't seen any of her DIYs, if you haven't checked out her channel, definitely go over there and check her channel out. She is amazing. You're missing out if you haven't seen any of her DIYs. So I'll definitely link her channel in the description box. But like I said, she's amazing. She's so talented. She's funny, and she's a fellow Boricua. I mean, you can't be any better than that. So definitely check her out and let her know that I sent you and you're coming from over here. And if you are coming from Kiki's channel, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you stick around. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and stick around with my crazy little family. So the next thing I did was I did paint the tires into a peppermint shape. I lost some footage, like I said earlier, and that was part of it. So I just took my paint pens and I painted a peppermint on the tires. That's all I did. So the next thing I did was I painted one of these wood trays from the Crafter's Square in the Dollar Tree, and I used the same gingerbread paint. Now I made this gingerbread chalk paint in a different video, and I love it. It's the perfect shade of gingerbread brown, I guess. It matches, like, if you can see to the left there's these gingerbread men from Dollar Tree, and the color is, almost spot on. And so I love it. I mean, it's perfect and it was easy, and I used Dollar Tree paint to do it, so it worked out well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to hot glue this tray onto the sides of the truck like you see me doing here, and it's going to make like the bed of the truck. Now I've seen other people making, these trucks like this, but they always use like the crates. Now I wanted something a little bit bigger because I'm going to be using it kind of like a gift box. And if I don't use it as a gift box, I'll use it kind of like a hot cocoa station or a mini station or something like that. But I like the size of this one. So the next thing I did was I had this window cling that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut it out and I traced it on the foam board like I did the truck, and I cut it out. I did this previously because, or like not on camera, because my X-Acto knife, it's horrible. I need to get a new one or get a new blade. So it took me so much, it was so hard to get this nice and smooth, but I finally was able to get one cut out perfectly. So I just put some Mod Podge on there and glued it onto the foam board just so it was sturdy and I could actually use it like an actual cookie, I guess. And then I just took that gingerbread paint and I just put one coat on the back. I didn't do anything, I didn't do a couple of coats. I just did one thin coat just so that it wasn't stark white back there. And that was it. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate my truck. So I'm using this caulk that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's just, the small tube that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to ice my truck. And just, just like you would a cupcake or a cookie or whatever. Now, I'm not a baker, I'm not a decorator, I'm not talented in that arena at all, but I've seen people do it, and I was like, I can do it on a truck. I don't know about doing it with actual frosting because it never works for me. But this was actually pretty easy. I didn't cut a hole too big on the top. And I just kind of went through and put the caulk wherever I thought, it would be cute on here and to make it look like frosting on the gingerbread truck. And you can decorate this however you want. It doesn't have to be gingerbread. You can, paint it red or blue or any color to match your decor. I actually considered doing a galvanized truck, but I'm doing a gingerbread theme in my kitchen and I kind of want to use this in there. If not, then I'm going to give it as a gift. I'm not sure yet. I may end up making another one, but we'll see. I really like it, so I may just end up keeping it and using it. But yeah, you just go ahead and put some caulking wherever you would want like frosting, or wherever you would think snow, would kind of accumulate on the truck. And you just put it on there and you can let it drip, kind of if you want to. You can just do whatever you want to, basically. But yeah, that's all that I did with this, and it did take a while for the caulk to dry. My home is kind of humid, so it took a little bit longer than it probably should have. And I thought about using the heat gun, but when I tried it on the piece that I put on the cardboard, it got softer. So I ended up just waiting, I think it's like 2 hours for it to dry, if not longer. But once it was dry, it was perfect. Now, if you're going to give this as a gift or you're going to use it as like a cocoa bar or something like that, you may not want to use caulk. You might just want to paint it. Just, you don't want that around the food. But I don't know. I'm going to be using it for that. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to find a piece in this pack that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a little license plate to put on the back of the truck. I wanted to kind of cover up that hole that's back there, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to paint it white and then write in brown, or paint it the brown and paint it, write in white. I don't know. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but then I just decided to go ahead, paint it brown, and then put the writing in white. And I like the way it turned out. It looks really cute back there. And I just went ahead, painted it, gave it a couple coats, and then I'm taking my white paint pen and I'm just gonna put like a little decoration around the edges, and I'm gonna write the word ginger in the middle. And I think it came out so cute. And I mean, I'm not an artist as far as like painting and my handwriting. I wish I had a thinner paint pen up here. I just didn't feel like going downstairs to look for my other one. So I may take this off and change it later, but I think it looks fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hot glue this onto the back of the truck. Like I said, like it's a license plate back there. And I think it just added such a cute little touch to the truck. And I'm sorry for the background noise. There's dogs in our neighborhood, and you can hear them from, it's like surround sound sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the gingerbread cookie gingerbread man, and I'm just gonna hot glue it to the back wall. I guess that's the back wall of the truck. That way you can see him from the front, but you're still able to put stuff into the bed of the truck. And once I did that, I was looking at it and I thought it was missing something. So I looked in this big, bag of different shaped wood pieces and I was trying to see what shape I wanted. Now I found this one, and at first I was like, where do I put it? And I was going to put it on the side of the truck, but I decided to just go ahead and put it on the door. You'll see here in a minute. I did consider putting like this little circle one on there and make it into like a peppermint and write a sign on there, but I ended up just going with the little oval shaped one and just gluing it onto the door. And I was gonna write like bakery or something like that on it, but I figured if I'm gonna give it as a gift, maybe I can put the person's like last name on there instead of, bakery or anything like that. And if I decide to keep it, then I'll just write something else on there. And guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to show you a few different ways that I styled it. Now, this just has a few like little cookie cutters and all that type of stuff in, or like a mixing bowl. You can also use it as a gift box and put some cookie mix and cookie cutters or candies. This is a hot cocoa set, and this is just candy. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment down below. Go visit Kiki, and until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.